but we really haven't defined stem cells or talked at all about their biology. So what are stem cells? For your extensive reading. Not that extensive. You want?
From what I understand is there's a bunch of them, right? Stem cells. Some of them are like unspecialized cells that can adapt, I guess, to the environment it's put in and become a special functioning cell. So in this case, the stem cells can, like, from another donor, can come inside and work with another person's body and just adapt. So to me, they're unspecialized cells that function.
So you started out, I mean, how many cells do you have now in your body? 4? You said 4. A few more than that. You have lots and lots and lots and lots. I think I used to know the number. It's probably somewhere in the millions or billions, probably billions. But you started out from how many cells? Huh? 5? 1, yeah. Right? So well, actually there were 2 cells that came together. You had a sperm cell and an egg, and they went, and then you were fertilized, and you were 1. And then what happened? How'd you get to billions? Splitting. Yes, he's back there. That's exactly right. So it goes like this, and then there's 2. And then what happens?
4.
Then these 2, they don't go like this. These 2 split, and these 2 split, and you get this. It's like you started out as a ball, a basketball, but then it's being chopped up into all these little compartments. Your ball is like that. Maybe not the best example, but it just, the size of it doesn't change as much at the beginning because it's just chopping it up into all these different little pieces, and so you have lots and lots and lots of cells. And as that dividing is happening, those cells are becoming more and more specialized. So at the beginning, those few cells, these 2 right here, could become any tissue in the body. They could become a heart cell, they could become a lung cell, they could become a muscle cell, they could become a corneal cell. But what happens is the more they divide, they start to head off in specialized directions. So a stem cell is an elemental cell of the human body that's capable of becoming 1 or more types of tissue found in the body. It can replicate indefinitely given certain conditions. So if you look at the figure, you see we've got the fertilized egg. It divides, so we get this thing that has maybe 8 to 16 cells called the blastocyst. Inside of there, you have those stem cells that are still undifferentiated. They could become whatever under the right conditions. And so what the stem cell research, a lot of what they do is they want to go and take those and then put them into the different conditions to form blood cells, neural cells, muscle cells. So what are the differences between totipotent, pluripotent, multipotent, and unipotent stem cells? They are just different cells, different types of stem cells with different capabilities as far as what they can become. So totipotent means all-powerful, which means it could be, it's one of these ones, the inner stem cell mass, that could become almost any structure in the body under the right conditions. So it's completely undifferentiated, and these are found in human embryos less than 4 days old is where we find these stem cells. They can develop into a human being planted in the uterus. So if you were to take, you could take several of those cells, take them out of that mass, and put them into the right conditions, and they could form a whole new human being. And that the blastocyst that you took them out of would still be fine. It would develop also into a normal human being. Pluripotent just means they're a little less powerful, or they're less able as far as what they can become. So they're stem cells that cannot form an embryo but are capable of differentiating into about 200 different types of cells. They develop when the embryo is about 4 or 5 days old, and they're found inside of what we call the blastocyst. That's just that mass of cells